viewers. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Just want to make sure my Wi-Fi is customers. 150-inch screen. I said they got 2 of these. We just did one, and they came back in and placed another order for another one. So we're getting this one knocked out and getting this shipped out so we get it done. All right, so let me get this finished. Where's the cords at? Of course, as always, we're going to be using, I got to get a nickname for some of the stuff we use on here. We're going to be using the Wagner 250, which we usually like to use for these particular jobs. So everything is locked on nicely. So we get this started. Oh man, got the DVD for the next one. Demonstration. Let's see right over here. Okay. I got another demonstration to do. A bigger screen. We're gonna need that. Now I'm going to add in real quick. We had a few customers chime in on the website about the sale we're having on a 38 Black Widow. They were asking if the LT light gunmetal came with that, and yeah, it does. So we have that. Sorry about that. The mask is coming down, cleaning up my can a little better. We have the LT is a free color option, and also too, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. So we'll get that thing done. It's already been uploaded onto the website. Someone came in yesterday and was requesting if we were going to have that on there as part of the sale. So this is until the inventory is depleted, because we make this stuff like 5 and 10 gallons at a time. Once that's done, we start get ready to launch the 39. Should be next. There we go. I'll clean my can up a little better. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna bust down my nozzle a little better. See it right there? That's not good. So that's gotta be bust down and cleaned. Cleaned it already yesterday. Gotta bust and clean it down again. So every once in a while you have these little complications. Gonna come up with the sprayers where they'll get clogged in the front, paint build up. So I go in and get that all cleaned up. Takes about a couple of minutes, come back in, get it knocked out. That's all. So another reason why you just can't go walk into an environment and knock it out with a Canon, because Canons will have issues too. And you got to make sure you keep them clean. I keep mine clean all the time, but I had to really go in and clean that nozzle pretty good. All right, get this done. What is yours? Not that you have one at the moment. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, really nice. I'm gonna like this one maybe. Get two. One of those. I'll put that extra coating on there. That's what I do. Put extra coating on it. Let that dry a little bit. got the coating on it nice and heavy, but I'm thinking I'm going to switch out. This Canon's good if I'm doing plexiglass. So for the applications and how we're mixing this stuff now, because we're making it stronger, we're making it more aggressive, so it picks up images a lot higher. The coating gets a little thick. We can't make it too thick, we can't make it too thin. We got to just right in between. So I'm gonna have to go down and order me another paint sprayer for these particular applications, because the Canon right now is having a bit of a problem processing the paint, but it went on smoothly, everything went well. It just makes my job a little harder. So I'm gonna go pick me up another Canon. It's gonna have a much more bigger nozzle. It's gonna be to push out what we're dropping in here, because we're gonna have to make more intense products so these screens can pick up a lot better. A lot of people are using this for art exhibits and stuff like that. That's why I did the 2 uploads yesterday showing off how the 39 Black Widow picked up on a 150 lumen projector in that fully lit environment. That thing has amazing gain technology attached to it. So now we got the people looking at it as more than just using it for home theater use. They're using it for background live settings, visual and digital art, mapping, all that stuff with it. This is where this technology is going. I'm not saying who's getting it and what it's for. It's for art. It's not for movie theater at all, period. Not at all. It's strictly for art only. That's all I can say. So last couple of days, we've been doing more art than we've been doing actually screens at the end of the day. So it gives you an idea exactly that we can go in 2 different directions, which is good. That's why I told you at the end of the day, black technology is extremely important. It's used in everything. Contrast is very important, especially among the art community. Contrast is very, very important. Look at Van Gogh's paintings. That proves it right there. A lot of black. All day. Get the other one out here and put another coat on that one. Let's see if we both out with 2 heavy coats. Put it done, get the other one done. We were at forum sites today, yesterday. Actually, yesterday we were in a couple of forum sites and chatting and talking. And the same theory always comes up, you know what I mean? People end up getting these gray and white screens because they don't know there's anything better out there. Those other people out there who do know, these are the people who spend $4 or $5 grand for black, dark gunmetal screens, and black diamonds and all the other high and expensive screens, because they know what's out there. They know what to buy. But majority, most people don't know. They don't know that. Some people think they have to be subjected to being in the dark, overpriced projectors, calibrating, all that nonsense. That's why I tell you, do your research. Go on YouTube right now and put in ambient light projection technology. See who pops up. And compare any one of my demonstrations to anybody on YouTube, anybody. Right now I'm in 3 different forum sites over on Instagram. I popped in on a couple of big heavy companies and I'm displaying my technology over to them, and they're commenting back on who am I, where am I at, where am I located, how can we reach you, stuff like that, because they're normal for them is when they go set up a screen outside for a customer is they can't go outside in the evening hours and have a screen pop off and show contrast levels. They can't do that. They have to spend the money for these high-end projectors to make up for what the screen's going to lose when they get outside. And then when I tell them the projectors I'm using, it's an all-in jaw drop all day on figuring out, okay, this guy got this thing to fire up outside on a $270 720p projector, and we're out here with $8,000 and $9,000 projectors, and we can't even get the screen to pull up properly. We have to tell the customer that the best time to fire this up will be between 8 and 9. Or you have to be under some awning or something has to be covering over that screen. The smaller the screen, the better chance. And that's something I noticed when I went to a lot of forum sites. People had screens that were tucked up under porches and all kinds of awnings. These were small screens because it's a more compressed, brighter image. You can't do a 150-inch like that. The screen will wash out all. So majority of most people don't know that they think they have to be subjected to dark environments. You have to put up curtains and you have to go through all that nonsense. No, you don't. And the ones that don't usually have to go through that are the ones who have the money to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for projection screens. And for anybody who wants to sit there and argue with me and tell me that light gray screen products or any form of gray screen paint product is the now and the future, no. It was the now and the future 9 years ago before the diamond popped up. It's this perfect, logical, common sense that at that particular time, as I told you before, majority of all screens were white. So there was the biggest debate at that particular time was whether to buy a projection screen or use your white wall. That was the debate for that particular era. When the gray screen paint started popping up, people were talking about, well, it's better to just short up your wall or white projection screen and spend the money for the gray screen paint. Because at that time, goose screen was considered to be the black diamond of projection screens. People were making all these gray mixes because they wanted better contrast. You listen to me when I say this. Better contrast. Better contrast means better color pop. Anyone developing a gray screen at that particular time knew that white levels were going to drop. So now you have a screen like the black diamond that pops up. Superior dark screen, has a reflective surface, can produce its white levels, produces better color because it produces a better black level. That's the screen that's responsible and for wiping out the gray screen paints. Why would you even, if you're a person, you had that kind of money, you had $5,000 sitting in your bank account, you had that kind of money, why in the world would you sit there and spend money for a gray screen that can't pick up color, can't pick up contrast, and a gunmetal screen is far more superior? That's why if you do your research and you look at Elite Screens, look at their selection of lineup screens. Their top and best screens are dark gunmetal. You go to AVS forums, any site you want to go to, pick one, spin the wheel, and they will tell you if you want the most high performance for your 4K or 1080p projector, you have to go with a darker screen. And some people don't know what gunmetal is at the end of the day. Gunmetal, we have something called LT gunmetal. It's a light gunmetal. Gunmetal, original gunmetal, is dark. The darker the gunmetal, the more advanced the screen. That's what how gunmetal is designed. It's almost near black. The closer you get it to black, the better the screen is. But these light gray products, no, they can't see contrast. We can put out a challenge. Anybody can put out a challenge, but a darker screen can say, hey, look, any one of these gray screens right here, can you pull a contrast level? Can't see it. That's why when I watch demonstrations on ambient light rejection, majority of all the demonstrations I see are sitting in the dark. And they are. We're the only ones that pop up in fully lit environments, outside, all that other good stuff. But it is what it is. Some people don't want to accept it, but it is what it is. The gray screen is an obsolete screen. It's an old screen. Now, if people sit there and say, well, you got an LT gunmetal. My LT gunmetal, the test on that screen was able to take on 9 certified screens. 3 of those screens were gunmetal screens. It did it at 1,000 lumens, and it did it at 4,000 lumens. So we have test demonstrations on an LT gunmetal that no other gray screen can ever match. It is what it is. All right, let me see. I think this one's basically about dry, but some people, like, I get it a lot. And people say, well, what about a gray screen? Yeah, some people get gray screens. They don't know better because they don't know there's anything out there better. Gray screens are old screens. They're old. Unless you got some kind of advanced technology and you can prove it, then yeah, that's something different. The LT gunmetal can prove and back up its demonstrations. And LT gunmetals aren't, they're gray, but they're not light gray. Light gray is really bad. That's a screen that cannot pick up contrast. This is why when we suggest people who are using high-end projectors to swap those things out for 1 year, they didn't do it. They can't do it. There's no way in the world they're going to pick up the contrast level on a light gray screen without a high power projector attached to it. Can't do it. That's why they never did it. They have to depend on those projectors. They have no choice. Yeah, we're sitting outside producing the LG Goldfish, well not yet, the Beta Fish on black levels on that screen. Our projector has 1,000 to 1. I think this one's done. I'm gonna go get the other one out of the box and do that one too. We got enough in there to put a second coating on that one, right? Yeah, I'm good. I got another one. I'm gonna put another second coating on the other one because this one's saturated pretty good. Right now, right on the day, I'm gonna show you my hits that I got off my Facebook page. I got 320 something alone on that 39 Extreme Black Widow. That thing is so dark. They look like OLED TVs. We had a few people pop up and thought they were OLEDs. Like, no. We had somebody came in and they made a comment about the QLED comparison. Man, there's no comparison against. Now we got black technology now. That's why I said the TV goers, they like them high-end screens. We'd be in their forum sites all day. And the first thing they talk about, well, your screen can't produce 100% contrast. Ours can produce a 100% contrast. What is the argument you have? Oh, it's cost less. When I do a 16:9 aspect ratio, I'm actually getting a 16:9 aspect ratio, where on a TV, you're getting a format. You can't do 16:9 because your screen's not wide enough to do it. You're getting a format. We had that discussion in there. TVs are plagued with dead pixels and dead spots. They have problems from time to time because the TVs are too thin and they sit up against the wall. Their motherboards have a problem. GPUs sometimes burn out. Come home, you got a black screen and sound. That's another issue. Screen gets damaged. Literally, the screen on that TV costs more than the TV itself. You're just better off just going out and buying yourself a whole new TV. We've seen that one before. People have a TV set sitting in the trash. You pick it up, you take it home. You can get it fixed. You call around and said that screen would cost you more. You might as well go buy a new TV. There you go. Yeah, TV set, and on top of that, they're crazy expensive. You want an OLED TV? What he was announcing? Yeah, try getting that at 100-inch and see how much money that costs you at the end of the day. A lot of money. This is a 150-inch screen right here for my customer. Try getting that in an OLED and see how much that costs you. So yeah, it was a back and forth. But one of the two key things that came up before they saw the screen we had downstairs, and the screens were displaying, was why would I want a projection screen? Because I have an OLED and it produces a 100% contrast level where a projection screen can't. There you go. There you go. Everybody wants OLED technology. Everybody wants it. I told you at the end of the day, when people sit there and argue and say, but you don't need it. Well, I guarantee you go and buy yourself a brand new cell phone and come back with a gray screen. See if you don't drive down there and figure out why you have a gray screen attached to your cell phone instead of a black screen. You buy a computer monitor for gaming, you get it, it's gray, you're gonna argue, you want black. So why do you have a gray screen sitting on your wall? There you go. But that's the biggest gripe. And then one of the biggest gripes I hear with people at TVs is, why would I get a projector if I have to sit in the dark all day? I don't have to do it with my TV. I can come in, turn my lights on, watch my movies, sports, whatever I want. I don't have to be in the dark. So when we show our demonstrations of a jet black screen, number one, we produce a 100% contrast level. Number two, we can display in fully lit environments with no problem. We could take our screens outside if we want to. Can't do that with a TV set. You know how much money an outdoor TV costs? They are extremely expensive, very expensive. Can't get the big screen experience. Real movie theater experience is 100 inches and up. 100-inch TV set can cost you about $100,000, maybe more than that. Yeah, and good luck trying to get that sucker through your house, because that thing's 11 feet high, so that's a 100-inch value. Try getting that in the house. Try getting it out of the house with that. I don't even know how to get those things in the house to begin with. Just got to cut your doorway out to get it in. That's money well spent. Yeah, and on top of that, that thing's going to eat up a ton of electricity on top of that. Yeah, we had that discussion all day yesterday. I showed off that wallpaper screen in the background, and that's what they saw. And that's comments started popping up about TVs and this, that, and the other. Yeah, too much money. Your machines cost too much money. So now you don't have the argument about the gray screen theory by saying that, oh, it's a gray screen, color's going to wash out. No, we don't have that. We have jet black screens, and they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Not that gray. They're gorgeous. Now, like I said, we designed the LT gunmetal. I'm not a big fan of gray screens, and I'm not. But we designed the LT gunmetal so that way we can have something that caters to everybody. But at the end of the day, the technology of choice is black. See how beautiful that screen looks? Yeah, that screen is gorgeous. That's what we displayed in the whatchamacallit site, on the forum site, with the TVs and stuff. And we didn't show the TV first. We just want to ask a couple of questions, which is better, TV or projection screen? And man, the onslaught, we knew the onslaught was coming, but that's what we wanted. So we can come in and show them this. It changed a whole lot of ideas. People were like, well, what sizes do you got? And so and so and so. That's where all the questions started coming out. If I had walked in there with a gray screen paint product, man, they would have shot me down from the door. A gray screen versus an OLED? Are you kidding me? An OLED produces a 100% contrast level. Gray screens can't do that. That can produce a 100% contrast level, jet black. And then for those of you who are going to complain about the white levels and all that stuff, well, we had enough people basically do enough fake demonstrations that got busted over the weekend that basically proved at the end of the day that their theories were completely wrong. Not only that, we still haven't gotten the orders in. So that right there, it just shows you it is what it is. People are threatened by that technology, and you should be threatened by it. You should be very threatened by it. Even certified should be very threatened by it. No gunmetal screen is going to match that technology. It's jet black. Darkest phone we ever developed. Let me see. I think the other one's upstairs. I know it's going down for a minute. I had a funny thought it was going down. So I put the 1-year challenge up there. The 1-year challenge, that if your screen does not require a high-end projector to make it look good, then you could do 1 year. You can run a 720p. And one of the things I see the most with these high-end, not even with screen paints, and certified, so not everybody. One of the things I see the most when I go on YouTube and I do my research, every last one of these videos is using high-end projectors. They have no choice. It's the only way they can make the screen look somewhat decent. But at that, they're all in the dark. So we're going to do a search today. Simple. We're going to go and see what screens are producing real ambient light rejection technology. You know who's going to pop up. There's no one doing demonstrations in this kind of lighting, in this kind of environment. I was even shocked at going through looking for demonstrations on the P2. We only found one person to match the promo demonstration. One person matched it. Somewhat matched it, but he had a $3,000 Dark Star 9 laying against his wall. Everybody else was sitting in the dark. And in the promo demonstration, they got somebody walking into an all-white, beautiful setup, 120-inch screen on the wall, window light coming in, everything cascaded in white and pastel colors. And then you go online and everybody else is sitting in the dark. You could barely make out furniture. It's so dark in the environment. That's pretty bad. Even those companies know at the end of the day they're going to have a high-end screen in there to make that projector look good. Only problem is most consumers don't know that. So they think the projector is doing all that work. No. Whatever screen they got laying in that environment is allowing that projector to act that way. If that was the case, you would see the same, everybody matching the promo demonstration. Like I said, the only person did it had a Dark Star 9. That's why I wish a lot of these companies out there, anybody developing a screen printer at the end of the day, should be using cheaper 720p low-end projectors. Let's see what the screen can do. If I get myself a $500,000 projector and I got a screen, what do you think is doing most of the work? I think that a $500,000 projector is doing all the work. There you go. I think I'm gonna put this on a large for them. They ordered two of the 150-inch screens. So again, it is what it is. And now, after videos we've already posted about individuals who were trying to tarnish our company's good name, we can actually use that now as a leverage by saying that people are so terrified of black technology that they're willing to commit fraud live on YouTube. It's right there. We had it recorded, all of it. Not just with one, all three of them. Again, the same thing's been going around over and over again. If they did the reviews, what is the problem with placing the orders? And since the orders have been placed and it's already a month and some change already, clearly you can see they faked every demonstration. And that's one of the forum sites I wanted to about these particular individuals using their platform on YouTube to abuse their privileges to tarnish other people's products. There's a platform popping up about these three individuals. Because like I said, we've done dozens and dozens of unboxings on that particular person's product. So if I was told to go in and buy it again, oh heck yeah, I'll buy it today, no problem. I'll put an order in right now. But unfortunately, even when given that opportunity, when they say go ahead and buy, they cancel the order. So what's the point of basically, and on my end, I'm telling them go buy, but they won't buy. So that tells you right there that number one, they can't back their products. And number two, they never reviewed our products and never had our real products to begin with. If you had the real thing, then what would be the problem of basically doing it again? And there isn't. Now it'd be different if I asked, well, I did ask them multiple times, but I'm just going by what they agreed to. If someone calls me up, if somebody sends me an email or whatever, wanting confirmation to buy, and I say, go ahead and buy, then I'm expecting to see your order. If I don't see an order, it just clearly tells me at the end of the day that you cannot back up your reviews, and you can't. And then the other fellow, because they all know each other, got busted live. I had so many people comment on that, calling me up about that one, like, wow, you got him live on recording everything. He faked the email, he faked everything. Even the email was, and people were typing in the email. We had people coming and typing in the email, talking about the email's invalid. Of course it's invalid. Everybody knows, everybody should know this. Hotmail or whatever you're on does not allow you to have an email address with blank spots in between. You can't have that. You have to have something there, a hyphen, a lowercase, whatever, periods, something has to be in there. But the fact that he put that in there, and then the fact that he went in and he used Crystal Edge, which is something we don't even use that. Every single email that comes out is on the immersed 4K cinema. Even they know that. But I don't know which was worse, the fact that it was on the Crystal Edge, or the fact that it was Crystal Edge and it was an email that didn't exist. So how in the world did you receive a receipt from us from an email, number one, we don't use, and number two, it doesn't exist. So the minute he got caught, we had everything frozen right there because I knew he was deleting videos. That's the first thing people do when they're guilty. They start hiding the evidence left and right. No sooner than we did the reset on the video and came back in, all the videos were gone, except for 4 of them. We came back in, all the videos were gone, came back in. I guess he tried to cover base by saying, I'm relaunching. Of course you're relaunching. You got busted live committing fraud. And then had the nerve to have his face right next to the receipts that he falsified. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I had several lawyers call me up over that. Yes, an easy open and shut case for a lawsuit, extremely easy. And we have it all recorded, everything. Man, that's what I said. And the thing about it is I don't even know who this guy is at the end of the day. We don't know who he is. He just popped up and started following you know who and just started doing some dirty stuff. We don't know who these people were. We know who Crow is. We know who he is at the end of the day, yes. But the other two, I've never met, even heard of them again. They just started hating me for no reason at all. So, I talked to a few people. I talked to my family members about how we need to handle the situation. I could very easily bring you into court and I could sue you for everything you have. Everything. I have live footage of you committing this act on YouTube. I even have evidence of you hiding the evidence because we have evidence of you deleting the videos. So in my next video, I'm going to tell you what my final decision came down to and how we're going to handle the situation. But until then, I got to take care of this stuff out here. I got this other customer I have to finish up. But yeah, it just shows at the end of the day that people are threatened. When people are threatened by good technology, they would do anything they possibly can. And you know the YouTuber, which I give credit to, he did some stuff I didn't like, but he cleaned it up. The one YouTuber who basically hit the nail on the hammer was a fellow who came in and he caught Crow doing something deceitful with a company. I think it's called Linksy. I think it's Liux, something I think that's the name of the company. And the way he displayed the screen came up really, it didn't come up right because we had it over here. And screen is a matter of technology, but it's still a good screen at the end of the day. But anyway, he came on and he did this falsified demonstration. Well, there's a YouTuber who does reviews on his screens and didn't like, and he called him out on it. Definitely called him out. He called him a deceitful individual that would do anything he possibly can to tear down someone's work. So like I said, all three of them in that group follow that same kind of code. And in the long run, it ended up blowing up in their faces. Well, it just shows you, it's not shocking, it's not surprising. I'm not shocked or surprised over it all, to tell you the truth, because honestly, because in business, when you have something that's better than anybody else's, you are going to get people out there that are going to hate on you. It's normal, it's all part of business, it is. It is. It just, I'm glad that the Lord put it out there in the open for everybody to see. So we have, like I said, countless emails of individuals removing entire marketplaces, dropping eBay accounts, all kinds of stuff. There's tons of evidence on people doing some of the most craziest things, outing themselves right there in front of everybody. Couldn't make it up if I wanted to, as I always say. Alright, that's what it comes down to. That's what happens. That's what I like about the wallpaper screens when you know them. Okay. That's why we wanted to market those screens. Those screens are so easy. When you get done with them, roll them up, stick them in the corner, and you're done. That's it. I need to make room for the other screen I got to bring in here. We got the tabs on both sides, right? Yeah, we do. I need to leave it here because I'm not that tall to reach up and grab that. It's not going to work. We'll grab another screen. Like I said, we're not going to bother asking anymore because you know why? There's no point. If they haven't purchased, we're already almost, you know, in the middle of this month. So if they haven't even done it by now, there's no point. Bottom line, it comes down to what it is, and they can argue with one. You faked every last demonstration, and that's what you did. You give them the opportunity to buy the real product from us. They have never, ever purchased from us, ever, at all. They've always claimed they had to get it from somebody else. And anytime you did your demonstrations, you did your demonstrations with open containers. Every product that I've ever ordered from, with just only one of them, because we didn't get one from the other one yet, he canceled all his orders. But every product we got from Crow, every unboxing that you can go check my channel was legit. Everything from the door, everything sealed, everything. So we're not afraid to buy from you. The problem is we can buy from you. The problem is you cancel your orders too fast. That's why. Now, again, like I said, you know, for you guys, I know you don't want me to say this anymore because I know you're getting pressure from your customers. I know you are. But remember, you dug this hole. You painted yourself in this corner. You did all these fake demonstrations against our products, and now being questioned to buy the product from me directly, you refuse to. You don't want to do it. You want to ignore it. We're talking in the air, like you just would ignore it. That doesn't bother me. It clearly shows me at the end of the day, you faked all your demonstrations. Now, when you give me an email telling me to buy, do I wait a month? Do I wait a couple of weeks? No, I buy right there on the spot, and that's what I did. I bought like I said, $1,365 worth of orders from you. And you returned all that money right back to my banking account because you couldn't back it up. But you call my phone asking me for confirmation, not a problem. Go ahead and buy. You don't need to call me up. Just go buy. I even dropped the price. We've been having a sale, and you still haven't purchased anything. Neither one of y'all. You got one guy walking in his backyard talking about how it's so hard to get our product. How is it hard to get my product? The sale was right there. You can go in and buy. So what's the problem? It's the month already passed by. And what's the problem? No, the problem is that you can't buy the paint. Not that you don't have the money. You can't buy it because you have done so many fake demonstrations on our products, trying to make our products look bad, that you know when you bring the real product in there without it being tampered, without it being touched, or you messing with it, you know that when that product lays against your screen, it is going to turn your screen into a white sheet of paper, and that's what it's going to do. And that's why you cannot buy the paint. All you can do is talk trash. That's all you can do. Where if you give me a proposition, you're not going to have to wait. Within a minute, I'll be on your page buying up your stuff that fast and that quick. And you'll be putting the money back in my banking account because you can't back it up. And then you'll start screaming and crying on your receipts, harassment and stay away and all this stuff. It is what it is. Can't get mad over it. You guys put yourself in that situation. So don't call my house. Don't text me. If you're gonna buy something, buy it. Don't sit there and wait months on end. Don't do that. Come on. And this is something they're known for doing. Like the Network Grade 773. Took him 6 months to do that one. And even when he did it, he still didn't see what everybody else saw. Your product matched. You know? So don't worry. I'm not going to. You're off the hook. You and Partey are off the hook now. Okay? You don't have to buy the product. But you can't do a review now against any of my stuff because anytime you do a review, it's going to have to be directly from me. I'm just not going to ask you anymore. That's all. Because what's the point? But don't ever dare send me any letter here saying that, hey, buy, because I will buy right there on the spot. I'll buy so many from you that when I get done with you, I'll have so many cancellations. I'll have enough for a phone book. So trust me, I have no problem. That's how I know your product it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. We know when we get it down here, I know what this technology is going to do to it. It's going to wipe it clean. You know what's going to happen to it. That's why you cancel your orders and make up these excuses. And this is why when we given the opportunity to buy directly from us, you haven't purchased anything at all. It's never purchased from me at all, period. Because you already know the outcome. So that's good that you know your place. Not trying to be rude here, but they know their place now. You know your place. That's good. That's where you need to stay. Nobody tell you to do stuff like that. opposite side of this? Oh yeah, we are definitely on the opposite side. This goes over here. Well, that's good. You know your place, so that's good. I mean, the only thing they can do at the end of the day, they can't back their stuff up. So all they can do is just basically make memes and rant on. That's all you have left. You don't have anything left. All you have left is just memes and you just going on YouTube and ranting. You can't back anything up. Talk is cheap. Everybody knows that. You can't back it up. We can. So that's all you have left is just a bunch of rants on YouTube and make what. That's all you have. I've requested over 70 times. It's over 70 times I made requests when they're coming in by. And this is after they called my house up asking if they can purchase. Can't back your stuff up. That's all to it. Why would anybody buy from somebody that can't back their stuff up? It's a waste of money, waste of time. I asked you several times to buy directly from the website, and you're afraid to. So you can't. You already know the deal already. I think I need one of these for the middle. Push it over a little bit. So you already know the deal. I think I have two. Yeah, I got one of the fire sticks on me. I got a fire stick right there. Always some kind of excuse. I don't believe in excuses. I believe in getting things done. I don't believe in excuses. You give me an invite to buy, I buy. Never, ever, ever have to ask me over 70 times to go place an order. No, I'll place so many orders to your account that you have two options. Either you're going to cancel all those orders or you'll have to shut your site down. And apparently we have video evidence of that. People shutting their sites down, so terrified that they had to shut their sites down to keep us from buying. Yep. We even have video demonstrations of people jumping the price, scared of us to buy their product. They have it down here. They can't back their work. But I tell you one thing, I can back mine 100%. That's why I've requested over 70 times. I got that now as my form of my record. I requested for Part A and Crow 1176 over 70 times request, even after both of them have made statements about trying to get the product and have never made a purchase from our website ever. I have that now against you. So that shows that I can back my product 100% because I got no problem with me sending my product straight to your front door. The problem you have is you have a problem of receiving it because you know it's going to happen. You can't back your product. I can. It is what it is. You're lucky I'm being nice about this. I can engineer technology. Mind you, I used to develop great screen paints back in the day. I know how your products are made. I've had your stuff here. I know how it's made. I can engineer a product called Crow Killer. Customize, formula, strictly designed to wipe your stuff clean. I specialize in both fields, black technology and gray technology. I do them both. I can engineer something that can wipe your stuff completely clean. I know how your product works. I used to make it back in the day. I will ship that to you for free. You want to go down that road? Because you don't want that one. You deny a free order? You don't want that one. Because if you're already terrified of a 38 Black Widow, I'll send something down there that'll make a 38 Black Widow look like a freaking Boy Scout reunion. So that's why I said, stay in your place. Now, if you're going to sit there and request, oh, you're going to send it for free? Then guess what? Then you need to get the rest of them too. All of them. But you won't, because I had the request over 70 times. I'm kind of tired of saying it now. Really tired of saying it. All right. The many words that were free. He's like, oh yeah, send it down free. We offered to send down the Digital One Crystal screen paint for free to him. He wouldn't touch it. We even have a website posted where you can actually make it for free. He never made them live on camera, not one of them. You know, gentlemen can't back your work up. You have to be to back it up. If screen, like I said, at the end of the day, say Diamond comes up with this freaking insane black screen, and I know it's good. I know it's good. And they challenge me. You think I'm backing down? No, I'm not backing down. I'm taking that challenge. Are you kidding me? That opportunity? That's an opportunity for me at the end of the day. You guys don't have any confidence in your work. That's the problem. I have confidence in work. That's why I'm sitting here setting up a demonstration in a max out zone right now. You have no confidence in your product because you cut so many corners, you fake so many demonstrations. If you're put into a real environment, your screen would have some issues. Like down here, your screen would definitely have issues down here. But if I were given the opportunity with Diamond to have some over there, heck yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Why? My screen loses, big deal. That's information I take back because I can also look at that screen and analyze and tell exactly what it's doing to basically overshadow my screen. And the next time around, I can advance my screen to compete with that screen. Like way back in 2015, when we had the D5K versus the Black Flat, what's the Black Diamond, the Black Flat, their top screen. We figured out a way how to basically develop a screen that basically wouldn't produce a narrow viewing cone, being that dark, maintain its white levels in color, and to be able to compete with that technology. But instead of being gray, our technology is black. That's all the information I'm able to feed off a screen when I look at it. So we take the certified screens and we stick them up there. It's information I'm getting off those screens that's telling me what I need to advance my technology to make it better. So that's an opportunity I'm not going to miss. Oh, heck no. All right, look at you guys. All right, so that's why I said I'm not asking anymore because I'm not tainting any more of my videos with y'all names at the end of the day. I don't want to hear it. I'm pretty sure nobody else wants to hear it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't back your products. You can't order from us at the end of the day because, as I said before, your products are, this product when it hits your apartment, house, whatever it is, you know what it's going to do. You know you faked all your demonstrations. You never had the real product to begin with, and that's what terrifies you. So, yeah. Or just leave it at that. You guys faked your demonstrations. You can't back your work. I need a fire stick. Let me see. Well, what remote controls does this one go to? Let me see. Let me get this one here. No, but this is the fire stick that goes. Let me take the fire stick upstairs from the floor display. It would be easier because this one goes to the mini projector. 150 lumens. That was pretty cool yesterday. We posted that everywhere. 150 lumens, fully lit environment, Pico projector, and a 39, which is the darkest screen, picked up that image. Oh, that's freaking cool to watch. Let me see. Let me get this one strung up first because I want to get this one a second blast. I do want to put a little extra on this for the customer. That's why I open up the box because I want to go in and I want to put an extra coating on that surface. Because since I got the Canon out, I might as well, you know what I mean, put an extra coating on. Sometimes I'll do that with the screens, you know, if we got the Canons already out there, your screen hasn't been shipped out, we just blast it with an extra coating for the heck of it. I like paint anyway. I tell you this right now, I'm still in shock that we got that in live recording. Whew. That was really crazy. Really crazy. I'm really just amazed that we got that in live recording. Well, we get a lot of crazy stuff in live recording of people doing some dumb stuff, but wow, I still can't get over that. I still can't get over that. How do you come back? You can't come back from something like that. You got busted live. Admitting fraud. We got plenty left over. Wow, we got more than I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna put a coating. We got the coating on this one. I'm gonna put extra coating on the other one. Definitely. I didn't think we had that much in the can. We got a lot left in the cup. That one. A lot left over. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Oh, how come we can't do this one? I was freaking out using this one to get this. Well, it's much better than the other one. Yeah, definitely much better. Okay, yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's much better than the other one. I'll take this one. Definitely. This is for the other one. I'm gonna try this one. It's much better. Yeah, much better than the other one. Definitely. I gotta get a couple of sets of those. Let me get, let me see. Let me get a fire stick. I didn't get a fire stick for the floor setup. Checking it out. Be checking it out, Taco. Get that in there, get that done. See which one goes in here. I love this stand. God direct me how to build this stand. I love this. The best stand I have ever built. It's amazing. I freaking love it. I got a section on here for my portable projector, all kind of adapter pieces and attachments. I can raise it up as high as I want. It goes up at 5'11", so it goes a little higher than 5'11". Oh man, this is an amazing idea. And I get all parts from the shop. All parts from the shop. Freaking love it. I love this thing. It's got the clip in the front that I can turn right here. I put my little mini projector here for setup. Got the fire stick, everything hooked up in here. I freaking love this. Much cheaper than going over to Amazon and buying a stand. And this, I also too have an app. If I can find a remote control, I can actually take pictures from a distance, which I need that when I do my whole bird thing in the backyard. see which one needs remote control. Let's go to this one. It's this one right here. .4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, what the heck was that starting out with? Awesome. All right, back to this later. Here, we'll spray the screen. Well, actually, we got to put another coating on the screen. I'm putting an extra coating for the customer, because why not? I love spraying anyway. So I got the machine out already. Ugh, got some bumping and stuff. Got the machine out already. I figured I'd put another coating on her second screen. So she got 2 of these coming in. And again, thank you for your orders. I appreciate it. I really do. Something's missing. Something's definitely missing. Right back. Hey, birdie. So you don't know, there's a little tiny red ring inside of here. So if that thing is missing, you will spray all over your screen in the worst way. So you want to make sure that little ring is in there. Just figured out something completely interesting. So there's the nozzle. See how my nozzle is sticking up like this, right on the edge like that? I was sticking a little farther out. I replaced it with the old sprayer I used to have, which is a different model. I gotta find the caps for those particular ones and buy those up, because man, that gives you a much more cleaner spray. You can interchange these parts from time to time. Like if you want a really quick hack on basically on getting an extra fine spray with a bigger compressor, we used to take the 250s, and I think they don't have to make the 590s anymore. But the 590s, we used to put the compressors on the back because they were much bigger, and they would push out more paint, but we would get an extra fine finish because of the nozzle here in the front is actually like it's a finer, more coating. And the bigger ones had a wider nozzle, and it would just shoot paint out like crazy. If you were too close, you were going to jack your screen up, especially if you weren't trained to do it. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people start off with the 250s, practice with them, and then move up to the bigger ones. The bigger ones, they have a little setting, a dollar sets fences, side of a house. Yeah, you can have a lot of paint pushing up. And some people are too close to the screen. They don't know how to move the cannon back and forth so you get an equal distribution of paint across the screen. They'll have these huge marks back and forth. So, if you don't know how to paint your screen correctly, I'm going to show you how you're going to find out. The opposite side of that screen, if you weren't basically, I say a dusting, a nice coating on it, if you're going too heavy with it, you'll have lines going back and forth behind the back of your screen, because that'll show where the paint was too close and you bled right through the screen. You just put line after line after line. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to put a dusting. You're dusting the screen. See how clean that looks? But if you don't do it the right way, what's going to happen is you're going to get these deep lines moving back and forth behind the back of your screen. And you were too close, number one. You got way too much paint coming out of your container, and your strokes are way off. You're supposed to dust that screen. Put dusting after dusting after dusting. You want a nice fine finish on it. If you don't, go in like a barbarian and see what happens. When you go to watch an image off of it, you're going to see these deep lines in your screen, especially in white areas. You're going to see it come up. A whole lot of stuff they don't explain to you when you're painting screens. Now, someone who's painting a house, that's a whole different story from painting a screen. That's a whole different category. Completely different category. A screen is a different way. You can't spray a screen the same way you spray a house. You can't do it. It's not going to work out that well. If you put these deep, heavy paint marks in, those marks are not only going to show up on the side if you're doing rear projection, but also too, you're going to see them from time to time popping up, and on white levels, you're going to see these markings coming up. You don't want that. You want it to be the dusted screen. So if you watch somebody paint a screen and you see marks going back, no, it's not good. You got to dust it. And it always helps to keep your distance from the screen. A foot away. You should be a foot away from the screen. Also, too, you want to calibrate that thing. So make sure that you have a bucket nearby. So when you spray it, you can adjust how much paint. I like to pull mine all the way back with very little paint coming through and adjust it in to see how much I need. Because if you put too much in, you're going to have huge droplets of paint hitting the screen. All kinds of stuff will happen. And there's your adjuster right there on how much paint comes out. That's your adjuster on how much paint comes out of your cannon. You know, first thing when people do, they mess up. They physically feel that they have to paint the screen so heavily they have to see it. You don't want that. For me, that's my personal opinion. Everybody has their own personal opinion. That's mine. I'm not saying everybody does it the same way. Some people do it a different way. They may come out doing it better than me. It's just how I do it. So I don't paint the screen. If you paint the screen to see that color come up, you just want to put a light coating on it. You might not even see it. It's there. Trust me. Some people feel that when they paint the screen that they have to paint heavily in order to see a reaction. No, it's there. Trust me. It's hitting the screen. You're putting a light coating on it. Same thing when we do fixed frame screens. Some of the fixed frame screens have a protective coating on them. So the first time you paint them in, you may see the paint separate and the white push through. So I tell people when you see that, don't force it. You can force it all day. You're still going to have the white surface is going to push through. Put a light coating on. That's all you have to do. Let that dry, then come back and hit it, and it'll blend right in. I've done that with a bunch of screens. I did that with the silver ticket that we got was the 158. Did the same thing, had that same reaction. So don't force it. Just put a light coating on, let that dry, and then hit it, and you should be good. I want cereal. Lucky Charms, put on Lucky Charms. That's a Lucky Charms. Now, is the screen done? Heck yeah, it's been done. It's been done. I like to paint. I do. I put extra stuff on your screen for the sake of just putting it on there because I like to paint. So, when I have some people saying that, well, it does show. We all know it shows at the end of the day. We've done the testing. We have products come here and fake project on it. No, I'm not going to go down that road, but I know because I put extra coatings on all the screens because I like to paint. Oh, it's relaxing. I literally go offline and I watch people. When I come over here, I actually watch people on YouTube paint. I like to watch people paint. Relaxing. It's very relaxing. That was already in the box, ready to go, and I figured, hey, let's put another coat on it for fun. Yay! Why not? Some people don't want to do that because they don't want to spend them. They don't want to waste their resources by saying just give them what they need and that's it. We're done. No, I always put extra stuff on there. Like I'll have a customer waiting for something and something new will pop up, and you know they'll say, "Well, I'll just pay the difference," and I'm like, "Oh heck, no, you got to pay the difference. We're in the back of everything. We got the Canon set up. We just knock your screen out, put the new stuff on it, we'll move on. Don't charge them anything extra for what." We got everything set up. It ain't like I got to go downstairs, got to set everything and hook up. We already got the equipment right down. We just take it out of the box, blast it, come back upstairs, and it's done. That's it. Kenny likes to paint. Gotta get the door out of here. I want to paint this one again. I like painting. We got painting canyons going on so smoothly. I'm glad I didn't remove that other one. The other piece we had on there, it was blocking my flow. The one I just put on there, which is the older one from the other Wagner 250, perfect. Fit on there perfect. And now it's flowing beautifully. Well, I got 100 inch over there. I'm spraying it on next. Have on that screen is a hologram coating. That's what's on that one, the application. Now we have multiple coatings that we can apply to the screen. We even have that old gamer one. No, I'm changing that one to the gamer one. I had a chance to play with that one yet. Lion's like he's having a bad hair day. Just can't get that mane to poof. Let me see. We got anything else? We get sprayed to 100 inch, but I don't feel like doing that right now. That's right, because I got the other stuff I gotta do, so I gotta get this thing ready to ship out, so this has to go. So I guess I'll get around to paint that another time. We'll just bust everything down now. What's this? Oh yeah, this is what the whatchamacallit is. This is it right here, right? What is this? See, I make stuff and don't even know what I'm making it then. Oh, I know what this is. This is that weird stuff that we made. That's what this crazy stuff is. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. We kind of bumped into yesterday, so we figured out how to paint a screen with two different colors, but yet you don't have to wash out the rollers. So remember I told you about that thing about fusing products together to make them react differently? I wouldn't say along the line that, because that'd be too far a stretch. But I will say it does have a bit of an interesting reaction, where basically you coat the first surface with one of the formulas, and it has to still be wet. I mean wet, when you apply the second one to it, which is a different color. And those two combine to something extremely interesting, which we figured out yesterday when playing around with something. But yeah, we'll have to do a demonstration on that. It came out quite cool. Probably the first of its kind, but yeah, you always find out new stuff. I told you, God gives you amazing ideas. I love using 720p projectors. 720p projectors are so much fun, especially when you go on the forum sites, because they swear up and down you got one. You're in their section with them, and you're producing a better screen than they got in there. They swear at the end of the day you got something better than they have. Like, oh heck no, we got a 720p Chrissy, we got an LW401 in here. They were like, what? That's an LW401 running right now. I said, yeah. That's why we use the older projectors. We don't have to depend on high-end projectors. Everywhere you go on YouTube, you will see people, if they're displaying or advertising, whatever, they're using high-end projectors. It kind of alienates people who basically, at the end of the day, may not be able to afford a high-end projector. Some people have 720p projectors. Some companies use 720p projectors. Just because someone has a top-of-the-model version doesn't mean everybody has the same thing. You have to be to cater to everybody. So the dumbest theory I ever got, and I heard people say, well, if it works on 720p, it can't work on 4K. We've had 4K projectors over here. If it works on the 720p, it's definitely going to work on a 4K. The issue I have with most screens I see, you run on such high-end projectors, how would your screen react on something much lower? That means your quality is going to drop by a lot. You're going to lose contrast, lose color. All that's going to drop because you're used to maintaining at a high level. See, that's where you have a problem. That's the big question. That's why we did the 1-year swap out. Nobody took it. We still got our 720p projector still running upstairs, and no one took it, because you know why? They can't drop the level down, because the picture's going to deteriorate. They're going to lose contrast and color and quality. It's going to drop. Especially if you change the environment. If you suggest fully lit environments, no ambient light controlled environments, that's definitely going to drop the quality even faster. So that tells you right there from the door. So when we get people who question us about using high-end projectors, we question you on low-end projectors. How does your screen pull up? Can it still perform? Do you have to depend on these high-end projectors to make your product look good? There you go. You're going to tell me in the screen innovation demonstration that $50,000 coffee table projector was doing nothing and the screen was doing it all? Yeah, la-di-da. Sure. That's why everybody who pretty much bought the screen didn't have that $50,000 projector didn't get the same display. There's a difference between that projector and an everyday projector. A huge difference. But you got people out there that have 720p projectors. Some people don't want to spend the money for a high-end projector. A lot of people don't. But when you're using a high-end projector like that, you can't go back and tell them, oh yeah, you're going to get the same image as this projector as the one you had. No, that's a lie. You have to tell them that in order to get this quality, you're going to have to purchase this projector or higher, because it's not going to work. So you're not saving any money. You literally got to spend $3,300 in order to get that image to look like that. And still going to have to calibrate and still be in a dark environment while you're doing it. We're in a max out zone. Or somebody's saying, well, you have a $4,000 lumen projector. Yeah, my projector cost me $250, $270. How much did yours cost you? So for the price that you paid for your projector, you're in a dark environment, you have to calibrate, and that's it. For the price I paid for mine, I can get a 4,000 lumen projector, I can be in a fully lit environment, and I can be on a screen size twice the size of yours and still maintain with no problem. Yeah, you're saving money, all right. You're definitely saving money. Saving jack. do. I tell you, I haven't played this one in a while. J 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I trash breaking here all the time, didn't even know it. Oh, that was a waste of time.
Now that you can get anything on Uber Eats, you're probably wondering, can I eat anything I get delivered?
No.
Well, here's how to know. Look at it.
That's the dumbest commercial I've ever seen in my life. How dumb can you be? Really, seriously? Oh, we got aluminum foil and freaking bleach cleaner. We're gonna basically see if we can eat this, because it came through there. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. They could have came with a much better slogan than that. I mean, come on. Oh, liquid Drano. Ho, ho, ho. We could probably eat this. Stupid. Come on. They run out of ideas when they come up with that one. You go to the supermarket and you buy, you know you can't eat it, so why in the world would you think you can eat it? Because it got delivered from them. Shut up. auto parts for AutoZone. If they start delivering you snacks, yeah, I got this Allen wrench, maybe I can eat it. Basic common sense would tell you you can't eat it. Good gracious. Box too, because it did come from them. I just find it so hilarious. Now, for some people may be asking, like, what is the chance of ordering a screen and we're going to get an extra coating? Everybody usually gets an extra coating. We have it in the can because we make tons of this stuff. We make 5 gallons of this stuff. You know how much paint it takes to actually activate one of these screens? It doesn't take much to do it. I can knock out, with maybe 48 ounces, I can knock out about 4 or 5 of these screens easily. So we have it in the can and we put the extra on. I always put the extra on. I like the paint. I get out there and go, oh God, I gotta go paint the screen today. This is gonna be another excruciating day for me. No, I actually enjoy getting up in the morning and I love the paint. Sad part is when I gotta clean my machinery and put it away because I can't paint anymore. So I gotta do something else. Oh, this is gonna look gorgeous. She's got 2 of these. She's gonna do a back-to-back setup. This is gonna look amazing. And guess what projector she has? The customer is using the same projector I have upstairs. My 720p, 600, my 800 res projector, that's what they're going to be using. That projector, she got 2 of them, cost her $300, brand new. I told you, at the end of the day, people don't want to spend the money for expensive projectors. That's why, you know, if you get your technology to look good on these old projectors over here, not only are you saving them a lot of money on the projector, but they're going to get a fantastic performance out of the tech. The technology does all the work, as you can see at the end of the day. As it should. You shouldn't have to buy a projector to make your screen look good. You should buy a screen to make your projector look good. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. No. I wanted to do the other one. I want to do the other one on that one.
When you become an Expedia member, you can instantly start saving on your travels.
Then, for the fellow who's been selling the Christie projectors, the LW400s, we got a couple of those sold for him. This guy don't even know who I am at the end of the day. All I just make sure is that if I see projectors on there, I see people doing good business, I try to swing business their way. And I know the projectors are good because we use them, we have them. That's a really good projector too, especially, it's a fantastic projector. Those 2 projectors are fantastic projectors for using for indoor and outdoor because the one I have upstairs has 3,800 lumens on it. So that's a good indoor-outdoor projector. And spend a lot of money too on top of that. Together for the setup. $300 for the projector, which they got, and the screen's $341. That's it. That's all they had to pay. And this screen right here, the formula that we designed this stuff with, can knock out a certified with no problem. So if they went out, they would have spent and got a certified screen and did that display. They needed a 150-inch screen. 100-inch of any certified screen, cheapest is $3,000 to $5,000. Do you have any idea what a 150-inch of that screen would cost you at the end of the day? Yeah, a lot of money. Cost them, they said they purchased these from us, about $380. That's it. No, I'm sorry, $680, my bad. $680, that's it. And with the projector, again, $680, about $300 for the projector, about $980. So a little under $1,000. That's it for their setup. Told y'all you're spending too much money. Mind, the projector I have upstairs has a 235.1 option when most projectors don't. You spend a lot of money for 235.1. Other screen is just about dry. It was already done, but I put a second coating on it. Why not?
All these on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Why not? Sometimes I have customers who are waiting for a screen and say, hey, we got this new stuff we just made. It's pretty cool. It's nice. You want it on your screen? Oh, heck yes. Anything extra? No. We're already set up outside. We'll blast it and send it over to you. No calibrating. Look how beautiful the colors are. Now, out of the projectors, that is the 720p model. That's the 1080p model of it. I don't use 1080p model. We don't have to use it. It's not necessary. We can use the 720p. That's what I mean by options. We have the 1080p model sitting right there. And that projector over top is 5,000 lumens. The one at the bottom is 4. I got them both around $270. So I could use 1080p model, make the image, but no, 720p is good enough. That's all we need. We're good. Don't need to. Most people buy 1080p and 4K projectors because they have to advance the picture quality. Again, like I said, the screen is always going to be lacking. But us, we don't have to do that. Options. All those projectors sitting over there, you don't need to use them. They're good. And I got my projector upstairs for $150. I bought it from my church. $150 for my projector upstairs. The projector in the showroom where we're showing off the live wallpaper in there, $60, $140, and the Pico projector, I got that from a friend for $75. Upstairs in the dedicated theater room, $500 for the Chrissy. And in the gamer room, $130 for the ultra short though on the floor, $109 for the Chrissy projector display, and then the projector displays on the ceiling, $140. That's it. I can sit there, my windows open, lights on, get a 148-inch screen off a $130 projector. When you got people out there who have projectors way beyond mine, and they're sitting in a dark environment, can't even see their furniture. Screen can't pop up correctly, can't pull contrast or color. I think the other one should be done. Let's take another one, get this ready, because I gotta get this boxed up and get it ready for the customer. LG food demonstrations. I don't do no food demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let me see. We gotta bring that one. This one's dry. We'll take this one down and we'll get the other one. Get that one in here. Let's get that ready. packed up. Let's get ready for screen number 2. Order number 2. So there were 2 150-inch screens. So that one right there, the first one we did, we only had to put 1 coat to activate. But since I was out there, I was having some fun, I put a second coat on there for fun. This one only had 1 coat on it. So I had to take this one out of the box, bring it downstairs, take it outside, put a second coat on it. Didn't need it, but why not? Besides, it bugs me because it has to be even. You know what I mean? Everything has to be done a certain way, and not it drives me crazy. They're gonna love it. Of course, I'm getting some pictures and some demonstrations for the website. That's why we advise people. The first thing I ask people, anytime anybody buys from me, 2 things I ask you. Number 1, what projector are you using? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you from the door. Because there's no point in me going any farther with anything else with you if you don't have the proper projector to use with our screens. You can use any old projector. Any one of these old 720p that make different projectors will work. We just don't support knockoffs. Oh, man. So we just don't support them, you know? You know, one of the funniest things I see people do when they sneeze, they would turn their head and they would sneeze into their arm, right? All right, but they'll wash their hands. You gotta wash your arm. You sneeze literally into your arm. A lot of people don't pick up on that. So when they sneeze, they'll sneeze into their arm, and then what they'll do is they'll get some hand wipes or whatever, and they'll wash off their hands. You just sneezed into your arm. You have to wash your entire arm. Or if you basically have a shirt on, just rub alcohol rum over top of it. But a lot of people don't realize that really doesn't make a difference to sneeze into your arm. Well, you should be sneezing your arm anyway. But anyway, we were taught to sneeze into your hands. Literally, that's how we were taught. We're coming up. You sneeze into your hands. A lot of people were taught that way. But you wash your hands when you get done. But some people, I watch them sneeze in the arm, and then wash your hands off like it never touched your hands. It touched your arm. You should be washing your arm, but it doesn't dawn on some people. It's just something to think about. Just doesn't cross anybody's mind at the end of the day. Look how that's coming up. It's beautiful. Can't wait for them to get it. Yay! Look, how that's up. do it. We're not gonna do it. Never gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. Because the projectors are fake. We've got the Dragon Ball X17. How freak is that? It's a new projector. No, it isn't. Yeah, these projectors are so advanced. How come I never see the certified companies using them? Never see anyone of these big companies coming from Elite Screen. Oh yeah, we got this new screen today, and we're going to be using this 8-man, or what's another one? They come from the one that got some weird names attached to it. Projectors. We're going to use this today. Valve projecting. None of those projectors in any of their demonstrations. Even they know those projectors are bad.
At Michael's, we're here for the makers. Because no matter what or why you make,
But I do love how they put the caption in. 40, that projector was supposed to be 4,500 lumens, 1080p, at a screen size of 180 inches. I don't know how you're going to accomplish that at 480p. That's not going to work. But they said if you run it through a computer, you can get this resolution. No, you can't. You're not getting that. You can't even upscale to that. Magical freaking projector, that works. Magic. I gotta change this. AK Nature Desire.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? Simple demonstration. Somebody's gray and white screens, can't go. Can't be in this environment because your screen will wash out. You definitely ain't displaying that because you can't pick it up. Got to be in the dark to get that one. Try to get in the dark. So they're doing an art display, and chances are they're going to have this much lighting in the environment. It's going to be a lot of lighting in there. They're going to have to be able to pull up a contrast level if they're displaying something that involves contrast level in their art. Something a gray screen and white screen will never be able to do. And with the artist, it's going to think that maybe I don't have to go out and spend the money because I know the screen's not going to pull up the contrast. It's going to wash out in this environment. So the first thing to do is going to get a high-end projector with a lot of lumens attached to it. It's going to be way over 4,000. I guarantee you that much. And then they're going to consider the fact they're going to need a projector with a very high contrast capability to try to pick up some of the contrast the screen is going to dramatically lose in that environment because it's dealing with all that light. So how in the world are you going to display an art display? Say this is an art display right here from the artist. How are you going to display that on a gray screen in an environment like this? How are you going to do it? Got to go and spend a lot of money for a projector, don't you? They don't have to do that with our technology. They can spend $270 and pull up a contrast level in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out. That's why black technology is more superior. Simple and black. Because you're going to have to spend a lot of money, and at that, you're still going to have issues trying to use a screen that's just going to display, say, that artwork right there. How are you going to do it? How much money is it going to cost you? Nobody wants to be in a darkened gallery trying to pick up a screen. There you go. All right, well, with that being said, it took a while because we had 2 of these screens to do. Well, actually, we didn't have 2 of them. Just one we had to do, and one I decided to put a second coating on it because it was for fun. I should put a second coating on both of them because it's fun. But anyway, so that's basically about it. We're having our sale when everything is depleted. We're going to actually remove it completely off the site. The 38s will be coming in. We're also going to put a sale on the Titan too. We might put a sale on that too. We got to drop the price on the Titan because we want the price for the 38s to be, we don't want them high. We want them to be the same price as the Titans, but we want to bring the Titans down a little bit since that is the 39. It's going to be a more superior product. But we're going to put that on sale the day the Titans are going to be going on sale. We're just going to have a sale for everything on the site for right now. But the Titans are going to stay. The 38s are not. Now, for those of you who've been asking me about the LT gunmetal, because some people like the lighter products, like I said, not a big fan of light gray screens. You know that already from the door, but we put them on there anyway because when I design a light gray screen, it's usually for a customer who pretty much still wants that light gray screen. That's what they want at the end of the day. Is there going to be a light gray screen, an LT version of a 39? Yeah, actually there is going to be one. We're going to design one. We're designing that because we try to cater to everybody. Even though it may be something that I may not like at the end of the day, but still other people do like it. So, you know, we have to cater to everybody, not just to what I want at the end of the day. So we always do as we always do. We do like gray screens or any kind of gunmetal screens with that kind of complexion. We show you the contrast levels. We show you fully lit environments. We don't cut any corners. You see everything right from the door. Certified to hold 9 yards. And then we put them side by side so you can see which one is better for you. So there is going to be an advanced version of an LT gunmetal for a 39 Black Widow. But for right now, we have it on the site. The original one, actually one we have for now, it is a free color option. So if people would ask us, can they add the free color option? It's on there right now. You go in there, you buy the paint, you have an option whether you want the 38 or you want the gunmetal. It's up to you. We have free worldwide shipping for those who've been asking us in other countries. Shipping is absolutely free. You pay for nothing. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I got to get this packed up and get this taken care of to contact the customers, show them the pictures, everything went well, and that way I can get them set up so they'll be good to go. With that being said, be safe out there and God bless. Oh, where's the button?